नमस्कार दोस्तों. So today we will discuss Ostwald and Walker's method. It is used to calculate relative lowering of vapor pressure experimentally. So what is the experiment? First we have dry air. This dry air is passed through solution, then through pure solvent, right? So first part is that dry air is passed through these two solutions. First through solution and then through pure solvent, right? Now these two beakers, or we can say bulbs, first contain solution. This weight is known to us. We have known weight of solution and known weight of pure solvent, right? Now when dry air passes through the solution, then when it goes towards solvent, its vapor pressure becomes PS, because vapor pressure of solution is PS and vapor pressure of pure solvent is P naught, and these two solutions are kept in a constant temperature bath, that is thermostat. ठीक है, we place it in thermostat so that their temperature is fixed. Okay, now when this gas dry air is passed through it, it carry the vapor along with it. When it carry the vapor along with it, then there is a loss in weight. Again, in the pure solvent, it become P naught. So again there is a loss in weight, and these losses in the weight of the solution bulb and solvent bulb are proportional to the vapor pressure carried with it. So say loss in mass of solution bulb is proportional to, tell me, what is the vapor pressure when it goes towards solvent? It is PS, right? So it is proportional to vapor pressure of the solution. Okay, now when it goes to the solvent, see, in dry air vapor pressure due to the solvent is 0. When it enter, then at that time it is 0, but when it goes out, then it becomes PS. That's why loss in mass of solution bulb is proportional to PS. Now loss in mass of solvent bulb, tell me, when it goes from here, it becomes P naught. Now it is saturated with the vapors, but see, PS is already there. So how much vapor pressure is gained? It is actually P naught minus PS. Got it? Vapor pressure of the pure solvent is P naught, but already it gained PS and then it become P naught. So how much gain is there? P naught minus PS, that is gain. So P naught minus PS is proportional to loss in mass of the solvent bulb. And when these two, this goes into this whole vapors, which are saturated vapors, that is absorbed here, because this anhydrous CaCl2 is good absorber of water. Normally solvent is water. Otherwise we can use P2O5 or concentrated H2SO4, right? So here gain in mass by CaCl2 U2 is proportional to total pressure, that is PS plus P naught minus PS. So obviously it is proportional to P naught, or it also denoted by loss in mass of solution bulb plus solvent bulb. Got an idea? First we calculate loss in mass of solution bulb, that is proportional to PS. Loss in mass of the solvent bulb, that is proportional to P naught minus PS. And total loss in mass in solution and solvent bulb is proportional to P naught, or gain in mass of by CaCl2 is also same, that is proportional to P naught. Right? Now just note down it, then we proceed further. So now loss in mass of solvent bulb divided by total loss in mass of solution and solvent bulb is equal to, loss in mass of solvent bulb is P naught minus PS proportional divided by P naught. What is this? Relative lowering of vapor pressure. So in this way we can calculate P naught minus PS over P naught, or it can also be calculated as loss in mass of solvent bulb divided by gain in mass in CaCl2 U tube, and that is also P naught minus PS over P naught. When we calculate this relative lowering of vapor pressure, we can apply the formula, that is for dilute solutions it is WB by MB WA into MA. In this way we can calculate this part, which is equal to this. Got it? This is Ostwald and Walker's method, and we can calculate it experimentally. What is the experiment? Simple dry air is passed through the solution and then through solvent, and they are kept in constant temperature bath. We can call it as thermostat. So the temperature is same. Here loss in mass of solution bulb is proportional to PS, and loss in mass of the pure solvent bulb is proportional to P naught minus PS. Right? And that whole mass is gained by CaCl2. So total loss in mass of these two bulbs is equal to gain in mass of CaCl2 bulb, because after gaining mass from these two bulbs, that is absorbed by CaCl2 and then dry air goes out. Okay, now on the basis of this formula, let us solve one numerical. Okay, so be with us. Okay, so see, the question is a current of dry air was passed through a solution of 2.5 gram of non-volatile solute. That means WBA is 2.5 gram in 100 gram of water, and then through water alone. First this is the solution, and then through pure water, and loss in mass of former. Former means solution. Loss in mass of solution is equal to 1.25 gram, and loss in mass of your weight of letter is 0. And that is solvent is equal to 0.05 gram. Means we have dry air. First it is passed through solution and then through solvent. So in solution it gain vapor pressure PS, and when it goes out of solvent it gain vapor pressure P naught. Means gain here is PS from 0 to PS, and here it is P naught minus PS. So just apply the formula. Means loss in mass of solvent bulk divided by total loss in mass of solution and solvent bulk is equal to P naught minus PS over P naught, and that is equal to mole fraction according to relative lowering of vapor pressure. It is mole fraction of solute that we have to calculate. So what is the value of this? It is P naught minus PS, solvent bulk 0.05. So that implies it is 0.05 divided by 1.25 plus 0.05 is equal to mole fraction. So it implies mole fraction becomes 0.05 divided by 1.30, means it is 5 over 130. So it is 0.0385. So this is the mole fraction, first part, answer of the first part. Now second part, to calculate molecular weight of solute. So you know P naught minus PS over P naught is equal to WB by MB WA into MA. That implies, what is the value? It is mole fraction actually, that is 5 over 130, and is equal to, what is WB? It is 2.5. Molar mass of the solute we have to calculate. WA is 100, and molar mass of the solvent is actually water. So water is, molar mass is 80. So that implies MB is equal to 2.5 into 18 divided by 5 into 100, here it is 130. So 5 becomes 0.5. 0.5 into 18, 9 into 130 over 100. 13, it is 117. 13 Yes, 1170 over 100 means it comes out to be 11.70 gram per mole. So this is the molecular mass of the solute, right? So in this way, first we calculate relative lowering of vapor pressure by using Ostwald and Walker method, and that is equal to mole fraction of the solute, that is 0.0385. Then we apply this relative lowering of vapor pressure to calculate molecular weight of the solute. Same, this is 5 over 130. I write it 5 over 130 instead of this to make the calculation simpler. Okay, I think you got it. You got the point. So note down, this question is basically very important as far as your competition exam is concerned. NEET, JEE, IIT JAM, NET, GATE. So thank you very much for watching this video. Do like, subscribe and share my channel. God bless you all. Happy learning.